As was promised when I came in here live last week, I am going to be running some live Q&As in here in this Facebook group about my trip to Lapland, and to give you, I guess, some information that I gathered while I was away, but also share my experience and give you an opportunity to ask questions, which you can do in the lead up, or you can come in live and ask me at the time. So I've created a bit of a schedule over the next 5 to 6 weeks. And although I know that the time that I have set to do these is not going to be ideal for everybody, I had to find a time that was going to work for me. And I wanted to find a time that was going to be that I could do every week, and also give you an opportunity to watch the playback if you aren't able to attend live. So I'm going to be running them on Fridays at 1:30 live here in this Facebook group. And I think that I can set up a Facebook event. So I will try and do that as a little reminder, but if not, I'll pop reminders in every Friday morning, and also give you the topic so that you know what you'll be coming to join and listen to and learn about. If you have questions about the excuse me, I've just got this lingering cough from my trip. If you have questions about the topic that I'm going to talk about, please either send me a PM or an email, which is erin@travelfromaustralia.com.au, or you can probably comment on this feed as well. So yeah, anytime you have questions, please make sure you send them through. Otherwise, I will be sharing about my experience in the places or whatever it might be. And also, I guess, just give you a bit of perspective. It's been really interesting visiting lots of different places in Lapland and different regions. And for those of you who have read my recent article, I was really trying to highlight that the major thing I think people need to think about is that every region or every part of Lapland has something unique and something special, and not the same destination is not the right one for every family or every traveller. So it's important to get a bit of an understanding of what each place is like. So hopefully I can give you a bit of perspective on that, because certainly while I was travelling, I learned a lot about the different places, and just, I guess, seeing from the ground, even literally the lay of the land was really interesting. So I hope to be able to share some of that knowledge with you. So I'll be doing those on Friday, 1:30, and I will leave those in the Facebook group for 48 hours, so essentially till Sunday afternoon, which will give you an opportunity to watch them. From then, I will be removing them and I'll put them into the Lapland Lowdown, so you can access them there. So obviously, if you're a member, you can access them at any time. That, I guess, the other thing with that is that it gives you an idea of the kind of content that you'll find in the Lapland Lowdown as well. So it's just very much real, authentic information about, different locations or clothing or how to plan your trip or things that you need to think about prior to going. So yeah, it gives you a bit of an insight into the kind of information that you'll get. So yeah, I wanted to let you know that this Friday I'm starting with talking about Saraselka. So that was where I started my trip just this January gone, and I spent a week there. So I had a really good look around the village, and did a couple of day trips outside Saraselka as well, because we had a car. So yeah, I'll talk all things Saraselka. So if you've got questions about Saraselka, please do start sending them through. Following that, I've got one about arriving in Helsinki and the Santa Claus Express train. I have lots of questions come to me about the train, so I wanted to share my experience, and I'll go back right from the beginning, where I booked it and that sort of thing. Then I'll be talking about driving a car in winter, because we hired a car, and I'm not sure if anybody was following me on Instagram, but our car actually broke down and it was minus 42 degrees and we were in the middle of nowhere. So I've got quite a story to share about that, but also some really good learnings. And yeah, I think if you are planning to hire a car, it is absolutely worth you listening into that Q&A, because there were things in there, and I've got an article on my website about driving a car in winter. We've done it before, but when things go wrong, you really want to make sure that you are prepared. So it's a bit like going on a hike here in Australia. You don't go without water, and you don't go without, some level of snacks or shelter or whatever it might be. It's not different to breaking down a car in Australia, except that when it's minus 42 degrees, it is a little bit different. So I really want to share about that. Following week, I'll be talking about Posio and Livo Arctic, which is one of the most remarkable places I think I've stayed, and I would love more Australians to go there, because it is truly amazing. You've probably seen I have a discount code for Livo Arctic. I don't recommend any places that I like to you that I don't recommend of myself. So I would definitely, if you're looking for an amazing igloo experience, tune into that. It's off the beaten track. It's in full wilderness. It's amazing, beautiful place, spacious, great for families. And, they all come with a price tag, but I actually think it's an affordable igloo experience as well, particularly for what it is and for what you get. So that'll be the 27th of February. Then the following week, I'm talking about Kemiarvi and my group trip. So sharing a little bit about that experience and Kemiarvi as a town. Again, I don't recommend places that I wouldn't recommend myself or I wouldn't go back to. Absolutely love Kemiarvi, love Yori Resort. Also have a discount code that I have shared for there as well. And I would go back there in a heartbeat. And I am planning to do more group trips there, because it's such a unique place, destination. It's quiet. You're not battling crowds at any point. You have small group experiences, and the employees at Yori Resort are amazing. They're beautiful. They're so helpful. They're so happy to have you there as a guest. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. And they're fantastic with kids too. So if you're looking for something like that, make sure you listen to that one. And then, excuse me, I'm sorry about this. Rovaniemi in January is the following week. And there I'll be talking about, I guess, my experiences and the things that I did there. But also I want to share about my thoughts, I guess, around the Christmas vibe in January in Rovaniemi. I do get lots of questions about whether Rovaniemi is actually Christmassy, or even Lapland in general. Do you get the Christmas vibe in January? Because a lot of people obviously come over there and go there to experience the Christmas feeling and meet Santa Claus and do all of those things. And I think a common fear for people is that after Christmas, that vibe is not there. And I don't think that's true. I think that there is a Christmas vibe. So I really want to share about that as well. I have people often ask about that. So that gives you a bit of a rundown of the next, I don't know how many weeks that is, 5 or 6 weeks. They'll be on Fridays at 1:30, but remember they'll be still in the Facebook group for 48 hours. And then anyone who's in the Lapland Lowdown or Happy membership, then you can have access. You'll have access straight away. So I'll just download it and put it on the portal as soon as I've done it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing more about the trip. The second thing I wanted to share, so sorry about my cough. The second thing I wanted to share was about my February sales. So February is my birthday month, so I have decided to put on a sale, or put on a few sales. So one of them is a discount on my group trip that is going to be in September. Actually, that brings me to another point, another Q&A, is that I am running a group trip Q&A on the 16th of February at 7 p.m. Yes, 16th of February, 7 p.m. I have shared the link in my recent email, but I will share it also in the Facebook group. So if you're interested, if you're a woman, because it's a women's trip only, if you're a woman and you're interested in coming along to that trip, I would highly recommend you join us for that live Q&A. It's a great opportunity to hear from Tina, who's the person that I'm co-hosting with, Utsioki. She'll be telling us all about the itinerary, the things that we're doing, the activities we'll be participating in, what we can expect. If you've got questions about accommodation or the food, it's an all-inclusive experience, except obviously spending money. And if you want to buy alcoholic drinks, they're not included, and the focus is seeing the Northern Lights. So the most common question I get about that is, it's weather dependent. How can you guarantee we'll see the Northern Lights? And okay, there's never a guarantee, but talking to Tina, hearing from her is what makes you understand how and why we can promote a Northern Lights trip. So I'm super excited to have her share with anyone who might be interested in coming along to that trip, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, so that's happening on the 16th of Feb. Again, I'll put reminders out about that. And there is a discount available in February for my group trip. So the code is BDAY, just all one word. And that gives you, I think, €80 off the price, which brings it down to, it's a good question, what does it bring it down to? 2,540, I think, from memory, euros. And as I said, that's all inclusive. So there's lots to look forward to about that trip. So if you're interested in coming along, please do join that. The other sale that I have is my Lapland consultations. So for the month of February, anyone who books in a 60-minute Lapland consultation with me gets free access to the lifetime Lapland Lowdown membership. So yeah, you book that appointment with me. As long as it's booked and paid for in February, you'll get access to the Lowdown straight away. And yeah, I've had some really great conversations with people about their upcoming trips, and it's been really good to be able to answer questions and help them on their way. Excuse me. I think the most common feedback is, I feel so much better just having been able to talk about it, and thank you for basically reassuring me that what I've got planned is on the right track. So yeah, the people that I've been working with have been really happy at the end of their consultations, and yeah, I love being able to help people. So if that's something that you think that you might need or benefit from, don't hesitate. And I would say book in for February, because this is when you're going to be getting free access as well to the Lapland Lowdown. Beyond that, I mean, if you don't want to book a consultation, the Lapland Lowdown is obviously also still available. The other thing I was just going to mention is that I still have just a handful of my neck gaiters, or neck warmers, whatever you want to call them, snoods. I wore mine pretty much the entire time I was in Lapland, and it was toasty warm. It was really comfortable. It came up right over my nose if I wanted it to. And yeah, it's unique. It's got my little logo on it, Finnish Lapland from Australia. And yeah, I think it's quite nice, obviously. And yeah, if you would like one of those, you can either PM me, or you can send me a comment or an email. And just let me know that you'd like one, and I can send you through the invoice. They are $24.95. So a couple of things going on, and more exciting things to come. There's lots going on in my world for this business, and I'm excited to bring it all to you. I did recently put out a poll, preferences for timings for a group trip in either February, March next year. So if you are interested in coming along to a group trip in February or March 27, I would love to hear what dates might work for you. I know it's a tricky time of year for parents when kids are going back to school and that sort of thing, but March is one of the preferred times of the year for the locals. They love being in Lapland at that time of year. I've never been at that time of year, so I can't really comment on it, but what I hear is you've got longer days, still got beautiful snow, clear blue skies during the day, you've still got a chance of seeing the Northern Lights. So I mean, it really does sound like the perfect combination. And it is obviously after peak season, so prices can be a little bit lower as well, depending on where you go. Sorry, this was a longer live than I expected it to be, but I have lots to share, as I said, and lots to look forward to. So anything you need to know, or any questions or whatever, don't hesitate to get in touch. But until next time, have a great few days, and I will be back in here on Friday at 1:30 talking all about Sarasel.